Welcome. Today I am going to show you how to create a ribbon Christmas tree. This is a pretty cool effect. It's 3D like and it's just in time for the holidays. Now, we want to set up the color scheme. And the easiest way to do this is to go on the web and find some actual pictures of ribbons, single, so you can copy their colors, which is perfectly legal. You can't copy the bow because that can be a copyright infringement. But that being said, you can copy the colors without a problem. And to do this, we're going to select this picture that I downloaded from the web, come down here to the document palette, click on the button, and then add from selection. Since I have it selected, this will add those colors that I want down here to the document palette. Boom. Now I have all the colors. Now one thing I like to do, because I'm a stickler, is I like to arrange them dark to light. I want the green. So we have red and green. So do the same thing with the green bow. Now we have our red bow and our green bow color scheme. We can now delete these. Next, just use the freehand tool. Now just kind of mimic how the spiral looks. We got it coming back up, then goes down, then it comes down, spirals down a little more. Then just basically duplicate how a spiral will look. And I kind of double back here. If it doesn't turn out perfect, we can later come in and adjust till we get it to how we want it to look. So select all the points. Now there's two ways to select all the nodes. One is this button here, which is select all nodes, or you can come down while it's highlighted blue and all the nodes are showing and hit Control A. Now you have all the nodes selected. Now what we want to do is turn it all to curves. So we hit Convert to Curve up here. And now everything's converted to curves. Now we have two node types showing. Smooth node or symmetrical. Hit symmetrical. Turns it all into a sloppy curve at best, but still turns it into a curve. Deselect. Now we're going to come in here and kind of work our magic, make it look more curvy to the way we want it to look, because we realize this is not going to be perfection, nor do we want it to be. This is art. We may want it to be, let me rephrase that, but it doesn't always work out the way we. This will allow us to straighten everything out. Okay, now we got it to where it looks pretty decent. I want to adjust this one out just a little bit more, give it more tree-ish appearance. Maybe raise this up just a hair. There, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to duplicate this. You can do that by Control D, hitting the plus key on your number pad, and I will just hit the plus key on my number pad. Boom. Gave us a duplicate. Now I'm going to flip it using the mirror horizontally. There's a reason I'm doing this. Because when we're creating this tree, We want the one ribbon to appear to be inside the other ribbon. And I'm tweaking this because it looks a little too angled there for my taste. And since we're getting this to look like it's one's within the other, the one I duplicated and mirrored is the one I'm going to make on the inside. So we got to adjust the curves. Shrink them up a little bit because we want it to look like it's inside the other one. Give it that full 3D effect that we're going for here. Otherwise, overlap and look really crappy, and we don't like doing crappy, do we? There, we got these two kind of in the center, a little bit off but not much, nor do we care at this point. There we go. I think it looks pretty good, and we're ready to proceed to the next step, which is to come up here to Window. If you don't have your Extrude Docker already open, Window, Dockers, Effects, and Extrude. Click on that. It'll open up this Docker right here. Now you click on one of the lines and hit Edit. This will edit it. We want it to depth for about this size. I'm guessing 4 is fine. We want the H value, the height value, to be 0. We want the vertical value to be -15. And we want it from the object center. That'll drop it down and give us the ribbon effect that we're looking for. Now I did notice when you do a negative, it'll drop it down. If you do a positive, it'll throw it up and give you a slightly different perspective. Particularly right here when you do the extrude, this angle goes in and this one goes out. If you want that, what you do is you come into Edit, and if you want it to look more like this, instead of a negative, do a positive. See? Looks a lot more like a tree. Come here, Edit. You can increase the depth if you want, and I think we will on this. Slightly bigger than I wanted. Let's go up to 6. Now hit Apply. There you go. That looks really good. You'll notice as it tapers up, the ribbon gets thinner. That's fine for this effect. You don't need it to be perfect. Now that we got that, let's come up here to this one. Hit Edit. We want that H value to 0 and the V value to 15. And there we go. We got the 2 inside ribbons. Let's undo that, because I just noticed that this is sitting kind of close to that ribbon. Closer than I like. And let's come back to the Edit button. We want 0 and 15 again. Hit Apply, Object Center, boom, there we go. That looks a lot better. Now we're going to come up here and break the extrudes apart. What you'll notice is we have this loop here, and this loop here. These are our original tree sizes. Ungroup it all. Ungroup this all. As you see, I'm dragging that up just to make sure everything's separated and everything's where we want it. So far, so good. Now we're going to create this ribbon effect. And there's one thing I want to add. If you hold down on this palette down here, it'll give you the whole range of colors that you can use that are based off this one, from light to dark. And this is where this color is at in the basis. Gives you 3 to the left and 3 to the right. It gets darker as it goes to the right. We want to darken this up just a hair, because we're going to fade it to the lighter colors. Now drag, we're going to do an interactive fill. So drag it across holding down the shift key. What this does is it'll keep it horizontal as it drags from dark of the color you have chosen to white. That's its default. We, however, are going to change that up to, let's say, a mint green, just for now purpose. We'll add a green. We want to kind of keep it so it looks like a ribbon reflecting light properly. And one other thing I need to point out is how we're going to do the lighting. This is critical. We're going to have the light coming in from this direction. And since that's the case, this is an inside ribbon. Now we're going to right click, go down to order, to back a page. That'll help save us a headache for the moment. And we will now duplicate this fade effect. And how you do that, right click and drag to the other ribbon, the other green part of the ribbon. It'll give you context menu, which will show you copy fill here. Click that. That'll copy the fill to each one of these ribbons. That one didn't get sent to the back page, so click back to page. Now, we got this one. Come down here to interactive fill, and let's tweak this out of just a hair. We got the lighter color coming in, so we want to keep that going. You can have a little bit of dark, but the light's coming in from the left. It'll be hitting right inside there, so you kind of want that effect to look just like that. This is outside. We have the light coming in from the left. Let's click green, because this one's going to be mainly green. Let's click green on all these. And let's hit right click, order to front of page. I'll bring these all out to the fore, because these are the fronts. Now, interactive fill tool again. Drag, shift key. I'll keep it horizontal. We want to keep everything horizontal for this project. Let's have green there too for right now. I just like to add a few of the same color all the way through. Makes it easier. There, that's good enough. Now we got the light coming in here, so I want to add some white. Drag that out. Drag the green. Oh. Drag the green tighter. There. Maybe grab this, shove it just in, just a hair. There we go. And this one right there. Now I'm going to grab and go a little bit darker. Let's try this one. Just to balance it out. And this one here, we're going to go really dark, because the light's reflecting from here, and so therefore the shadow will be here. It helps with the 3D effect. Now that we got this created, we can right click, drag, context menu comes up, copy fill here. Our green tree portion is done. The red portion. We will essentially do the same thing for the red ribbon. You now have your ribbon Christmas tree. And if you want, you can change the greens up. Here I had a much lighter green that I was using and a much brighter red. But this also looks very ribbony. A darker green gives it the same Christmassy effect, but that's your preference. If you want to change it up, all you have to do is select, come here. Let's say you want a much brighter green. You can come over here and hit this bright green right here, which is default. If you like that, maybe come over here, hit the default green again. And then right click, copy fill, right click, copy fill, right click, copy fill. This is all to your taste. If that looks better, and I kind of think it does look a lot better, so I'll run with it. There we go. There's our Christmas tree-ish ribbon. Now, I'm going to darken this up just a hair, just because, as you can see, this red's really blending in. We don't want that. So we're going to hit this and just create a darker effect. Doesn't have to be heavy. We just want it darker, just so you can differentiate between the two. And another thing you can do is do the interactive. Say we want to make it a little bit lighter. There, let's go with that. So there we go. Now we have a star, and we have the star tool. It's right here. Got a polygon, star, complex star, impact tool, banners and whatnot. Got a bunch of cool shapes they have pre-built, but we're going to run with this star. Now hold Control key This will make it equal distant around the perimeter of the star. Now if you like the fat star, that's fine. If you like the pointed star, that's fine. What you do to get it more pointed like this is right here. And I type in 50. And that tightens up the star just like that. Now, as you notice, I have all these different star sections separated. So, easy way to do that is to pick your freehand tool, click on the node, come to the center. Double click again, come to the node. And there we go. We have broken the star completely up. Now, let's hit yellow. I'll color the star up. And then come up to the interactive fill. We want it the deep yellow. That must be down a little bit. Yeah, there it is. Deep yellow. Select that. Now I got it set up so we'll be doing this one, and this one, keeping with the fact that everything is coming from the left. When that's done, select each section and then the yellow. Drag it away, delete your lines. Turn off the line here by right clicking on this X up here. Boom, you have your star. Group it. Resize it to your liking. Center it however you think it looks good. You can center it directly center if you want. That's up to you. And that is how you create a ribbon Christmas tree. Now you can tweak it. There is no right or wrong. You can adjust these spirals any way you want. And you can do amazing things. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you've learned something. Please, I will be making new videos as soon as I can. This is my first one, so thank you for your patience. Have a good day.